Sup guys, Hiking here bringing you a live reaction to this month's Attack on Titan Chapter 100! Holy shit, I completely forgot about this. Like, it slipped my mind, and then like, after I'd done all my other videos, I just suddenly realized, hold on a minute. Today's a Friday, today's the 8th. Wouldn't it be an early leak now of the chapter? So yeah, here it is. We're gonna read it. So yeah, here we go, guys. So chapter 100, Declaration of War. So we got starting with our favorite character here, Bill or William, I think. Okay, so well, interesting. Does this take place right after? This can't be. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Holy crap. It's a bit weird. Does this take place? I think this takes place right after the celebration because they're in a little chariot. So, well, it would be the middle of the speech if they are. It would be the middle of the speech if they are after me. I cannot be sure about that, but it is most likely. So he's talking with McGough and is saying they would be after him in the middle of the siege. This is a flashback, I think. This is before the festives. It is the only time that all Malorian army executives officially gather. The next is when the executives move, but the convention of not choosing the moving route until just period to moving is used as the means of defense, and carriages are used by many important people. Then put the army executives in the special seats at the end as far as possible. Would it be really okay? The Tibar family was not just fooling around. Compared to the previous generation, we've developed sincere exchanges with the upper classes of the world and strive to improve the status of Italians and keeping an eye on the trend of Paradise Island. But we should have looked at our feet when we came to our senses. The enemy crossed the ocean and approached our neck. Now it is not strange and we get beheaded any time. So they are aware that these guys could come after them any time now. Okay. I don't know, the way he's talking, it's like he's trying to make sure the Idolians are looked at as good, but like, what is his plan? I don't get it. Most of all, we should worry about the shadow of corporators of Paradise Force. We still haven't figured out who they are. As you know, our Marley has too many enemies. Inside of the army is no exception. So there's enemies inside the army of Marlene. Okay, I'll light a fire under them and root out the enemies. So is this like a trick then? See who's gonna attack him, and then I don't know, make the Idolians look good maybe? Like, we will accept the enemy's planned raid and make the best of it. So they know the enemy is going to raid them from Paradise, right? That's what I'm getting at. But at the same time, they want to use the opportunity to root out the bad guys in the Marlene army and get rid of them. So this is like a two-edged sword then, right? And that's what I'm getting at. Like, this is so confusing. I'll listen if you have any alternatives. If you don't, we'll proceed according to the plan. But even if we're tricking the enemy, the bait is too big. We can just give the incompetent executives. That's good if the enemy's purpose to damage Marleyan army. The government will give their seal of approval to how we choose to rebuild it, but a lot of people will perish. Most of them will be Idolians. Are they not descendants of the devil? So yeah, they're planning to kill a lot of the Italians. And look, are they not descendants? They're your people, though. They're his people, and he's planning to get rid of most of them. Sacrifice them, basically, for the so-called greater good. This is unexpected of you, General McGough. You have sent countless members of Italians in front of enemy machine guns, places full of landmines in the time leading up to now. Isn't it the same fate with or without the military uniform? You just keep doing what you've been doing so far. So McGough seems to be a sympathizer at this point, which is interesting. Like, he's sympathizing. I'll tell you first, this is not a war. We are unsure of the identity, purpose, and means of attack of the enemy. Crowds of the public will be surrounding the stage. Lord Tabar, I probably won't be able to protect you. If we go this way, you will die. You are too important to be bait. Of course, I'm prepared for that. The world won't be looking if I don't come out and stand. Okay, so here we go. We're back at the festive now, and it seems, and we're back at the flashback because it's kind of a mix now. There won't be a gathering of the army, reporters and ambassadors of various countries. Above all, Italians of liberal internment zones, including myself, must be the poor victims, the victims of an unforeseen attack. If only I run away from this, it will be impossible to make the world our allies. So he's gonna try and basically make people feel sorry for the Idalians. He's going to sacrifice them and himself, and in doing so, people are going to be like, crap. All these people from different countries that possibly hate them or hate them will see these innocent people get killed unexpectedly, and it's going to create some sort of sympathy and be good for the cause. Okay. It's a good plan. I can see his point of view and perspective, but it's a fucked up one. Damn! Damn! Yeah. Yeah, they're still in the... When McGuff wants to shake his hand, it is certain that the Idalians are the descendants of the devil. And it is certain that we are the devils. McGuff is a Marlenian, right? And he's saying... So, he just said something interesting here. There's been a theory going on that people are assuming that maybe the Marlenes can transform into Titans as well. And this is interesting. He's a Marlene, isn't he, McGuff? It is certain that the Idalians are the descendants of the devil. The Idalians, because they can turn. And it is certain that we are the devils, and they are the devils. So the Idalians are descended from the Marlene, and therefore they're shaking hands now. And there is that look in McGuff and Bill's eyes. Is it possible that this is the case? Oh, okay, so we're on the celebration now. Flash forward, back to the present. McGuff is watching from the rooftop where we left off, and us Tabars are not the family of salvation. On the condition that the welfare of our family is guaranteed, we joined hands with Carl Fritz and sold Idalia to Marlene. And we enjoyed the respect from the world and lived free from prosecution despite us being Idalians ourselves. I learnt this fact when I became the leader of the Tabar family. When I realized the truth, my legs trembled as I was overcome with nausea and turned my eyes away from the unacceptable fact that the Tabar family is nothing but petty thieves that desires honor that does not exist. Everyone's in shock. General, what's wrong? What about the warriors? That they disappeared with the soldiers who went to call them. Search using the reserves. Yes, sir. It has started. So we're with the warriors now, with Peckhams and Pollock. Gellard, sorry. So they've fallen down the trapdoor. It's still open. Crap, it hurts. Load 31 more pages. This is intense, man. This is getting intense. So with Peckhams. Peckham's broken her leg, and Gallard's broken his arm. And they're healing. It's healing, obviously. It's twisted around. These ones flopping like that, but it's healing. The floor is laid with straw. Thanks to that, I only fractured my bones. How considerate of them. Anyway, what is this place? I guess it's an area for confining warriors. There were a few of these in Marlene. They've fallen down into like a little tunnel, basically, so they can't transform, because otherwise they'll get stuck in this, I imagine. It's old, but I can't transform into a Titan because it's so narrow. Not to mention there are two of us. Yeah, worst case would be crushed to death. Wow, they really thought of this, didn't they? Well, I've got this and water of that and that. Water and food. She's got water and food. Good that you have your wits about you. But that soldier, what were his intentions? I don't know. Whether he is a Marlene soldier or a lone wolf, but I've seen that soldier somewhere before. She recognizes that soldier. It has to be Connie. It had to be Connie, man. The reason I have separated myself from Tabar's false honor is because I understand the dangerous circumstances surrounding our world. Yes, the people directly involved in this matter are me and you, as we all live in this world. Okay, he's looking to the side. I think that's his family there. Yeah, look over here. This is my resolute step that sacrificed you. He's gonna sacrifice his own family. This is gonna be kind of like a symbolic opposition of the Rice family, where, you know, the Rice family got all wiped out by Eren's dad, but he didn't want to sacrifice his family. He only wanted Frida to get eaten. But here, Tabar is gonna sacrifice his family instead. So it's kind of like a reversal kind of thing. Like, Carl Fritz made gigantic shields and spears, using his power as the founding Titan in order to fulfill his peace. They are the 3 layers of walls that borrowed the names. Carl Fritz made gigantic shields and spears using... Okay, Carl Fritz, the 100, right? 4th king. They are the 3 layers of walls that borrowed the names of Ymir's 3 daughters. Ymir's daughters. Not Carl Fritz's. Wall Maria, Wall Rose, and Wall Cena. So the 3 walls are named after Ymir's daughters, the Founding Titans. And Carl Fritz used the power of the Founding Titan, which came from Ymir. Okay. These walls, which are both shields and spears, are made of millions of colossal titans. So they are colossal titans. The threat of Paradise Island I told you about is an attack by their army of colossal titans that would level the ground wherever they go. As I explained before, the power of the Founding Titan can only be truly used by one with royal blood. The royal family cannot forcefully use the power of the Founding Titan due to the vow of pacifism. Okay, we got soldiers running around. We're seeing that little grating there, and we're cutting to it, and we're now with Eren, Reiner, and Falcon. But according to a report by the armored titan Reiner Brown, a person who can use the power of the Founding Titan has appeared, despite the uncertainty of the relationship between him and the royal bloodline. That person is Eren Yeager, who currently holds the Founding Titan. They don't know that he can't use the power unless there's royal blood. Eren is regrowing his leg. Okay, that's creepy as shit, but yeah, there you go. Falcon, you deceived me. He's upset. I was encouraged by your words and I respected you, but you deceived me until now. Sorry, Falcon. I made you help me. What? That letter I sent, where? The letter you said you were sending to your family. It wasn't a letter to my family. It was sent to my comrade. Who's his comrade? What did I... No way. What? A comrade? Therefore, Eren Yeager could possibly enact this ground-leveling attack. In the preceding war, there were weapons developed that exceeded the power of the Titans, but no weapon can restrain the progress of tens of millions of colossal Titans. Tens of millions. Is it really tens of millions? That's insane. Once the ground-leveling attack commences, there is nothing we can do. So we're cutting to Tibar, we're cutting to the High Marley commanders. There's Mads Mikkelsen, Hannibal. We're cutting to Annie's father and Eren's mother. Now we're cutting to the 3 kids, Uro, Gabby, and what's her name, and we're cutting to these dudes, the rich guys. We, humanity, can only hide while trembling from the footsteps of the apocalypse that reach our ears. All cities and civilizations, as well as humanity, the large ecosystem of plants and animals, all will be trampled over. Okay, back to Eren and Reiner. They're still listening to the speech. Wow, the speech is long, man. Everything will literally turn into flat ground. If that happens, then it will be too late. Only now we can stop this threat. Yes, this is the golden opportunity. I don't get it, but the Founding Titan that Marlene's after has crossed the ocean and is here now. I think Falcon's thinking this now. Everything depends on me and Mr. Brown. Falcon's thinking this. He's like, yeah, we gotta do something. He's right. As Willy... Oh, right. Falcon for a second thought, shit, he can read my thoughts. And he's like, no. As Willy Tabar says, I'm the bad guy. I might destroy the world, but you guys were seen as bad guys to me as well. That day, the wall was broken and my home was ravaged by the Titans. My mother was eaten by a Titan in front of me. From that day, why we who didn't do anything had to suffer like this. Why so many people were eaten. I did not understand. Why was that, Reiner? Why was my mother eaten by a Titan on that day? That's on that day we destroyed the wall. Why did you destroy the wall? To follow our mission, to seize the opportunity during the chaos and break into the wall, to see how the King of the Walls would react. That mission being to recapture the Founding Titan and to save the world. That was the purpose, I see. To save the world. In order to save the world, that's inevitable. Reiner is really upset, like... You said at that time you will make sure that we die in the most excruciating way possible. You came for that, right? Did I say that? Please, forget I said that. Reiner and Falcon are like, wait, what? What? I certainly saw everyone beyond the ocean as an enemy, but I crossed the ocean and stayed under the same roof as the enemy, and ate the same food as the enemy. This is like some Jon Snow wildling shit going on here, man. Just like you did, Reiner. Of course, there were guys who pissed me off, but there were also good people. Huh? Beyond the ocean and inside the walls. It's the same. But you had all believed that you were different from the people inside the walls, that they were devils that threatened the Idalians in the continent as well as everyone else in the world who doesn't reside in the walls. For a child who knew nothing, the adult who knows nothing injected that belief. What could a child like you have done against the environment and the history? Right? Eren's really being understandable here. Really being understandable. Like, this is, I can't believe this is Eren, man. He's really mature. Anyone who's gonna be bitching about his character development once it gets to this point in the anime, if we ever reach this point, they cannot complain. He's really grown. Yes, Reiner. You are in continuous agony, right? I think I can now understand that. Reiner's crying. He's like, shit, this guy understands me, yo. He's falling on the ground, his head on the floor. You're wrong. You're wrong. I said that you're wrong about it, Eren. On that day, because Marcel was eating Annie and Bertolt wanted to stop the mission and go back, I forcefully persuaded him and preceded the mission. It was for my sake as well. I wanted to become a hero, to be looked up as an Andalian brother figure. I wanted to be respected by someone. It's not about the circumstances or time period. I was wrong. It was my fault that your mother was eaten by a Titan. I just find myself to be despicable. Please kill me. I just want to disappear. Shit, yeah, he's suicidal, and who better to kill him than Eren, right? However, the danger that this world faces, the danger has arisen all because of the existence of the Idalians. Okay, we're back to Tabar doing his little speech. I didn't want to be born, if possible. I resented this blood. I hoped for the extinction of the Idalians more than anyone else. We're cutting to Zeke now. He's somewhere. We don't know where he is, but he's obviously hearing this. I don't know. This image here is a bit... I don't know if this is light from the festival or if something's happened in the distance there. I don't know. But I don't want to die. It's because I was born into this world. You got the people getting upset and crying now, like the rich people and that. Although our nations and races are different, Willy. For those who do not want to die, please lend me your strength. By all means, I hope you live the future together with us. Please fight together with me against the devils of Paradise Island. Everyone's cheering. Everyone's just like, shit. Yep, it's done. Stand up. Wow. I get it now, Reiner. Eren's offering him his hand. It's all covered in blood as well. Eren. Because of the matter of reality, there are still many problems that we have to solve for the armies of the world to join hands. But we can be unified with the mighty enemy. But we can be unified when the mighty enemy is in front of us, as expected. I'm the same as you. We can overcome any difficulties if all of us unite our powers. Everyone's cheering for you, for Willy. Like, everyone's joining forces. Like, yeah, let's go for it. While Eren is accepting Reiner for his mistakes, and Reiner's finally admitting his mistakes. I, Willy Tabar, as the envoy of the Marleyan government. I was probably like this from the day I was born. So Eren's like talking. It's a bit difficult because you've got William talking and you've got Reiner talking. What? Hope for world peace. I will continue to advance the advancing Titan until I wipe out the enemy. Something's happening. Eren's holding on to Reiner and his hand was covered in blood and now it's flashing. It's flashing. I declare right here. There's a flash. And if Falcon's in the way, Eren's suddenly got this look on his face. To the enemies of Paradise Island, a declaration of war. Eren's just transformed into Titan and he's burst out of the building. He's burst out. shit, he was standing behind William. He was standing behind William. Holy crap. The building they were in was right behind William Tabar. Eren's just transformed into the Titan. Has just burst out of the wall. Out of the ground. William's looking up in horror like... And Eren just smashed him. He's just smashed him to the ground. William's in half. Holy shit, he's dead. Declaration of war. He's dead. Holy shit. And everyone's just watching like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. William's dead. William's dead, guys. We knew this guy for like 6 he's dead. No, he's ripped in half. He's dead. There's no coming back from that. I'm ill, by the way, so, but yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that tea is horrible. I need water. Wow, that's just... And he's standing above everyone there like, oh my god. William's plan was to draw out the enemy, right? Was he expecting this? He knew he was gonna die because he was expecting this, or was he This is so like... I don't know if the plan went according to plan, because now everyone's just seeing Eren and they're like, shit, he's here, we gotta kill him, or I don't know, man, like, damn. I'm gonna call it. Zeke's on this. Zeke is on this crap. He knew about this. He knew this was gonna happen. He's in on it. He's the one who the letter was sent to. Hands down, he's the one who the letter was sent to. And maybe other people as well, and they've just been like working together to get through this, but... Shit, man. Like, I think a lot of us assumed this was how the chapter was gonna end, at least somewhat, like, but... William dying like that? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. That's just funny, man. Eren looks pissed, by the way, like... Shit, I don't even know what to say. Like, what can I predict? I'm gonna stick with my prediction. They're gonna try and save the warriors. And Eren's gonna use the opportunity here to just kill all the Marley officials. Well, yeah, that's just, so much for this guy being, like, the main villain or whatever of the final arc. That did not happen. Like... This almost feels like the Rice thing again. Like you had the Rice family, except now Eren's taking on his dad's role now. And instead of like Grisha killing Rod Rice, like, and the family instead, Eren just killed him. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna kill the Tibar family as well. In which case, yeah, that's gonna be very poetic. It's gonna be very similar to what his dad did, but sort of killing the big royal member or whatever, like, of the higher ups, but still, that's like, that's insane. That's insane, like, holy shit. Holy shit, that's, what a way to end the chapter, man. Overall, good chapter. Honestly, I'm underwhelmed, man. I am underwhelmed, like, again, this was just more build-up on build-up, and I was really hoping... But I did say chapter, I've been calling, I think everyone's been calling it, that chapter 100 would end with the attack. So this was expected, okay? This was expected, and it happened, and William's dead as well as a result. So, holy shit. Which means that next month is going to be the big one then. Chapter 101 is where the action is finally going to kick off. So, we just got to wait another month, guys. Oh my god, that's annoying. That is annoying. 100 chapters of Attack on Titan. It's crazy. It's crazy, and it'll be the new year as well. It'll be the new year. And we're not getting season 3 until July, apparently. And I'm pretty sure it is going to be 25 episodes. And if it is, you know, season 3 is likely to end by December, which means that's going to last till the end of the year. And we'll be on 112 chapters with Attack on Titan. And there's no way season 4 is going to happen in 2019, because they'll need at least a year to prop and ready for it. So that means you can expect season 4 in 2020 instead. Which means that we'll be, by the time we get to 2020, by the time 2019 ends, we'll be on 124 chapters of Attack on Titan. And by then, we're all predicting the possibilities that it's going to end on 130 chapters. I'm starting to wonder if it's going to end on 145 chapters, maybe, because of the symbolism of the 145th king. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bit like we're cutting it awfully close there, basically. Damn, I wanted... Oh man, I want it more. I want it more, but that's what I have to do. Anyway, guys, hope you liked my live reaction to that. And as always, like and subscribe, whatever. And I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.